Hi, hello everyone. Welcome to 100 Learning Together. This is Meenu Narayanan, your social science educator. Yes, so on the previous video, what did we see? We saw about a roadmap to Centum, correct? It is easy to acquire Centum, you think so, but you need to put in a lot of hard work. Yes, on that note, solving a sample question paper is highly essential and completely recommendable, not only for social science but also for all the subjects. CBSE provides you a sample question paper. Yes, so this will be a question paper which is going to be just a same model of how your board exam is going to be. Okay, yes, so by solving this question paper, you will get a know-how how to solve the boards. Yes, so this will be like just like the model of your boards paper, and you will get a clear-cut idea on which questions, which lessons to work on and focus on. Okay, shall we go in, guys? So I request each and every one of you to stay throughout in this session and get yourself enriched about solving a CBSE sample question paper, not only for social science but for all the subjects. Okay, yes. So before heading towards the video, press the like button and here we go. Yes, so what are all the questions you will get in your social exam? You have your section A, which involves 21 marks MCQ type, and section B, which involves very short answer. Section C is having 25 to 29. The questions are short answer type, each carries 3 marks, and section E comprises of, yes, the 4 marker question, so which should not exceed 100 words. And then you have section F. This is a map based question, and 37A from history, 37B from geography. See, by the sample paper, you are getting a very good idea that, okay, these many questions we should answer, these many question numbers are going to come. So a map from history, a map from geography we may expect, a case based study question we may expect in section E. So this is going to carry 4 marks. Every idea you're going to get from this sample paper, and that is why I say it is very, very important for you all to solve the sample paper and assure yourself about Centum in your subject and be the headlines in the newspaper. Yes? Okay, as a topper. Fine. In addition to this, separate instructions are given with each and every section and the question wherever necessary. CBQ stands for competency based questions. So 50% weightage allocated for competency based questions. What is competency based questions? Yes, so you should involve a little more understanding. Okay, so by looking at the tabular column, you should be able to analyze what are the questions given. Most of the tabular columns may come from your portions which is inside your book only, and other tabular columns from which are outside the book are also expected. Okay, yes, so analytical part and your comparison part, remembering part, concept clarity, each and every aspect will be tested in your CBSE paper, and the competency based questions will have a higher weightage, that is 50% weightage is allocated for these type of questions. Okay, so you read the question, please analyze which is the correct answer and mark it accordingly. Question number 1 here. Identify the correct option that describes the act given below. Yes, in this video session, you and I together will be solving the sample question paper. Okay, yes. So which was the act which was passed by Imperial Legislative Council? So the British imperialism, British Council, and it gave the power to the government to repress the political activities. It empowered the government to detain political prisoners without trial. This is the keyword, everybody. Which act made or empowered the government to retain the political prisoners without conducting a trial? It was, yes, absolutely, Rowlatt Act of 1919. Yes, followed by which? So everybody were against Rowlatt Act and they were all discussing in Jallianwala Bagh, and General Dyer opened a fire, and then Jallianwala Bagh massacre also happened in the same 1919. Yes? Okay. Next question. Which place in India has an artificial lake to conserve water that dates to 11th century. Okay, so artificial lake to conserve the water. It is in Bhopal. Okay, and you will be given a tabular column like this. Educational achievement of rural population of Uttar Pradesh is given here, in which literacy rate for rural population of male and female, literacy rate for rural children in age group 10 to 14 years, and percentage of rural children aged from 10 to 14 years who are attending school. The percentage is given. Now you are analyzing the table, and followed by which you are asked a question. As per the data given above, who has the least percentage of literacy rate in rural population? Guess what? Yes, so it is already given in the table. Okay, so in rural population, who has the least percentage? Okay, so you have your rural population here, and both the male and female have the least percentage literacy in rural population. Okay, yes. And which of the following options, and from the data given above, you may be able to tell that. So here is your literacy rate for rural population. 76% of male and 54% of female are getting the education, which means who has the least percentage? It is the female population of the rural area. So this is how you should analyze a tabular column given in your question paper, and you write your answer. This is going to be very simple, very easy. You will also be given pie charts, graphs and other data interpretation methods. Okay. Which of the following options represent potential measures that can be taken to mitigate the threats posed on the tiger population and biodiversity? Yes. So in order to mitigate means what? In order to solve, okay, in order to solve the threats posed on the tiger population and biodiversity, which one can be used? Yes, banning, hunting, giving legal protection to the habitats. Habitats means the forests, and restricting trade in wildlife. Okay, sounds sensible. Prohibiting the visit of public into the forest area. That cannot be done, right? Tourism is the essential part. Establishing wildlife sanctuaries and national parks. Yes, sounds sensible again. Converting forests into reserved and protected forests. Yes, so you may choose the most potential measures. You may not prohibit the public visit because tourism is also an added revenue to the economy. Yes, we may not stop that, but you can choose wisely which can be the methods to mitigate the threats posed on tiger population and biodiversity. Okay, so we can ban hunting, and we can establish wildlife sanctuaries, and we can also convert the forests into reserved and protected forests. Okay, yes, so statement 1, 3 and 4 are correct. Eliminating the second one, all these statements are correct. Next question. When many countries of Europe came together to form European Union, who was chosen as its headquarters? So headquarters is Brussels. No doubt. Yes, so these kind of questions are all direct question which tests your remembering capability. Okay, so these tabular column type of questions are all analytical questions which test your analytical skills. And then these questions, these are the options are given and you have to choose between them which will be the proper measure. Those are all competency based questions. Okay, yes. And here also is another competency based question in which you are going to read and analyze and understand which type of question we should answer based on your concept clarity. Okay, so majoritarianism and power sharing, we have studied the different terms in the chapter very clearly. Which of the following statements accurately distinguishes between majoritarianism and power sharing? Majoritarianism emphasizes the dominance of the majority community, while power sharing emphasizes the sharing of power between the different groups. That is absolutely correct. So let us see the other options as well. So please do not run into conclusion. Read the other options as well. Majoritarianism emphasizes the need for consensus building, while power sharing emphasizes the exclusion of minority groups. No, power sharing does not do so. And majoritarianism emphasizes the importance of accommodating minority interests, while power sharing emphasizes the need for majority rule. Majoritarianism emphasizes the need for peaceful resolution of conflicts, while power sharing emphasizes the use of force to impose majority's will. Nah. Nothing sounds good except the first option, which means majoritarianism. Majority means the dominance of the major community over the minor community, and power sharing means the power is shared between both the groups. Yes? Moving on to the next question. These are the two statements. So assertion and reason type. Assertion will be a statement followed by which a reason will be given. You must read and check whether the reason is suitable or it is supporting the assertion. Over here we have democracies are based on political equality, correct? And the reason is all individuals have equal say in electing representatives, which is fair enough. So both assertion and reason are correct, and the reason is the correct explanation of assertion. Here you have Rahul has a sack of cotton, but he is in need of wheat, and Anush has a sack of wheat and is in need of cotton. Under this situation, both will be able to exchange their goods. In case of absence of such coincidence of wants, they may not exchange their goods. Which one of the following would be the best option that describes the mutual exchange of goods and eliminate the exchange of goods? Yes, so double coincidence of wants will be the option which will have the mutual exchange of goods, because Rahul and Anush both have their wants which are being coincided, and the other is money. So eliminate the exchange of goods. Money will be helpful to eliminate the exchange of goods. If at all they do not have the double coincidence of wants, money will be used as the medium of exchange. Hope you get this. You are a citizen of a country that has a democratic form of the government. You want to ensure that the system of power sharing in your country is effective and that no one branch of government has absolute power. Which of the following measures could be the best meet this goal? Yes, so the power is separated among the legislative, executive and judicial branches, with each branch having its own responsibilities and powers will be the perfect example of power sharing. All power cannot be concentrated in the hands of legislative only. Power is divided between the central government and the state governments, with each level having its own spheres of influence. Now, there should be checks and balances, correct? And power is shared among different levels of government, such as the national, regional and local governments, with each level having some degree of autonomy. No government has autonomy. Every government is answerable or responsible to the other, thus having checks and balances between one another. From this picture, you should identify the options. So this is also analytical part. You may see the German flags all over, right? So that implies it is the Parliament of Frankfurt. Okay. In the comment section, mention which country's parliament is Duma. Okay. So next you have your question. Which of the symbol crown of oak leaf stand for? So the Germany is emphasized or embodied with a female figure having crown of oak leaves, which stands for bravery or heroism. You remember? Yes. Evaluate the impacts of opening trade on the global foreign trade on the global economy by identifying appropriate statements given below. Yes. So you must read all the 4 statements. The choice of goods in the markets increase. Okay. Producers from 2 countries closely compete against each other despite the distance between the countries. Completely right. Foreign trade thus results in connecting the markets or integration of markets in different countries. Okay. The quality of the product is always good. May not be. Correct. Can a product have a good quality? Always. Yes. While reading the question paper, make sure that you underline these keywords. So always is a doubtful phrase, correct? So which cannot be always good. Thus, you have your answer. Statements 1, 2 and 3 are appropriate. Next question. Choose the correct option to complete the statement. If a government provides its citizens a right and means to examine the process of a decision, it is a accountable government. Yes. So we can examine during the process of decision. The citizen is having all the rights and responsibility, which means the government is very much accountable. and it is not a responsible, transparent, stable. It is all correct, but the more suitable form is accountable form of government. Arrange the following statements in sequential order based on the events that has shaped the non-cooperation movement. Okay, yes. Now only we just had a discussion about the Rowlatt Act followed by the Jallianwala Bagh massacre. Now we have to find about the NCM or the non-cooperation movement. General Dyer opened fire at the large crowd gathered in the closure of Jallianwala Bagh. Okay, this was in 1919. Forced recruitment carried out by British government and economic hardships faced by the people during the First World War. So First World War followed by which forced recruitment was done. Okay, that comes later. So it will be after 1914, 1918 time. And then you will have the defeat of the Ottoman Emperor of Turkey led to the formation of Khilafat movement. Good. Gandhiji launched a nationwide satyagraha against the Rowlatt Act. Completely fine. So which comes first? Yes. So statement number 2. Okay. So statement number 2 followed by 1, 4 and 3. So forced recruitment. So First World War comes first and then followed by Jallianwala Bagh massacre. And then you have your Satyagraha movement followed the Rowlatt Act, and then you have your third statement, that is the defeat of Ottoman of Turkey, the Khilafat movement. Got it? Yes. Next you have the question, if there is a disruption by transporters and lorries refuse to transport vegetables, milk from rural areas to urban areas, yes, the food will become scarce in urban areas whereas farmers will be unable to sell their products. Which of the following sectors will be affected due to this situation? You may easily identify that all the sectors of the economy are going to be suffering this situation, correct? So the answer is tertiary, primary and secondary. Consider the statements given below. So statement 1 says, Western printing techniques and mechanical press were imported in the late century as Western powers established outposts in China. Yes. And Beijing became the hub of new print culture catering to Western style schools. Not so. So statement 1 is correct and statement 2 is incorrect. You have an example here. M gave his friend clues about the types of soil that is suitable for growing cotton. Black cotton is more suitable, correct? The Deccan Plateau area is rich in cotton cultivation. Okay. Apart from that, which of the clues provided by M would be most suitable in identifying the type of soil? It is well known for its capacity to hold moisture. Absolutely. It turns yellow when it is hydrated. How it is relatable? It is rich in Kankar, Bangar nodules. No. It is a well-drained loamy soil. These, loamy soil and Bangar, these are all alluvial plains, and loamy is like a clayey soil and it turns yellow when hydrated, is laterite type of soil. Okay, so cotton soil best suitable is black soil, which is from the first clue. It can capture and hold the moisture for a longer time. So clue 1 is your answer. Choose the correct option to fill in the blank. Emergence of dash is directly connected to the rise of political parties, representative democracies, not the monetary or the direct or the constitutional. It is the representative democracies. Process of integration between the different countries is called as globalization. See, on a world arena, different countries are coming together, integrating themselves together. This comes only under globalization, not privatization, liberalization or competition. It is globalization. Which of the following statements is correct in keeping the requirement of the formation of the government in view? Yes, statement 1, 2, 3 and 4. It is possible for independent candidates to form a government. Government formation is exclusively reserved for the political parties. Formation of government is limited to only elected political parties. Government can be formed only by the political parties that are elected to hold a majority. Yes, so only the fourth statement sounds sensible, correct? The government party which are elected can form a majority party. That is completely fine. Last question you have. There are two statements, assertion and reason again. Assertion, India is a country with multi-party system setup. Agreed. Reason is multi-party system often appears very messy and leads to political instability. Doesn't sound correct. Which means assertion is correct and reason is wrong. Okay. So by this video, I hope you will be very much equipped with the knowledge how to read, analyze, interpret, understand and get the concept clear and answer your MCQs or 1 marks. So this is the solving of sample paper part 1. We will meet in part 2. Thank you everybody.